Even though it was still fresh, she changed the linen in both of the other upstairs bedrooms. In the master bedroom, she made sure the chest of drawers was dust-free, that no spots or stains marred the vanity mirrors, that everything in the walk-in closet was organized. After she took all the dirty clothes to the laundry room, she wiped down the burgundy leather furniture in the den, then fluffed the plush pillows on the pure white living room sofa and love seat. Next, she took Windex and soft scrub to both the upstairs and the downstairs bathrooms, then the kitchen counters. By noon, everything sparkled with devotion. She nervously smiled at the fresh new sheets on her king-size bed. Valerie had covered the love nest with a new soft paisley comforter that would glow amour under the dimmed lights. As sandalwood incense burned, she opened her cookbook and threw together Walter's favorite meal: Cajun-style chicken, red beans and rice, and a 3-layer pineapple cake. After her labor of love, she napped to make sure she would be rested. Then she thoroughly bathed, douched the cobwebs from her overly neglected womanhood, and put on a very sweet, lusty, rosy-fragranced toilet water that she paid too much for. She'd bought the best, the most potent negligee she could find, one with a beautiful, crotchless entry to add to her burning naughtiness. She bought red because of the way it complemented her fair skin. She sat in the den and fidgeted, kept fixing herself up, then double, triple, quadruple checked on all the already perfected preparations. Still, after 6 years of marriage, she was as nervous as on the night she'd given him her virginity. He'd been her one and only. But time had done something to their union. Either he'd become a stranger, or she'd become a stranger. Which one she didn't know. But she wanted her old love back. She did something else, something bold that she'd never done before. She put on a baseball cap, stuck on dark glasses, and drove from their middle-class tract located up in the safe Chino Hills, down to the Pomona Indian Hill swap meet. Waited until she thought no one was looking, at least no African Americans, then slid into a video booth and bought 2 African American XXX rated movies, Boomer Wang and Baby Got Back, for educational reasons. She wanted to see what the sisters were doing, how they did it, what the brothers expected, and maybe find out if there was something she didn't do right or needed to learn how to do. Sort of size up the competition. All she managed to get was horny because she got caught up in watching explicit things that hadn't happened to her in too long. Maybe she needed to change her look. Try something fresh, Valerie thought. When he was on the phone, she'd overheard Walter raving to his brothers about how good actress Halle Berry looked with her contemporary short hairstyle. He said when Halle was Miss Ohio, her hair was much longer, and now she looked even better, like a woman. So to please, to add to the spicing, to mold herself into something acceptable and attractive, she went to the beauty shop, carrying a picture of Halle she'd cut off the cover of Ebony, and had her back-length auburn hair mimicked down close and lightened. Hair that she'd lived with all of her 29 years. The one thing she swore she'd never let go of was gone in a flash. With each opening and closing of the scissors, her heart bled. With her hands balled tightly in her lap, she cringed and fought back a few tears with every strand that was abandoned. When the ecstatic hairdresser turned Valerie around to see the result, she only looked down at the floor and stared in disbelief at her pride, which had recklessly fallen to the ground. Fallen for him. Even when the other ladies in the shop told her that the fresh cut and new color seriously complimented her youthful round face, she found no room in her heart to smile under her mourning. $60 and 2 hours of self-destruction. Walter came home an hour later than usual and noticed nothing. At least he said nothing about what he noticed before he showered, fumbled with the alarm clock, crawled under the covers, and made his camp on the far side of the bed.